On a cold February night in 2004, a young college student vanished without a trace. Her car was found abandoned after a crash on a quiet road in New Hampshire. But when police arrived just 19 minutes later, she was already gone. To this day, no one knows what happened to Maura Murray. Maura Murray was a 21-year-old nursing student at the University of Massachusetts Amherst. She was described by friends and family as intelligent, athletic, and generally responsible. At the time, she was balancing school, work, and personal pressures, like many students her age. In early February 2004, Maura appeared to be under emotional stress. A way better nothing suggested that she was planning to disappear permanently. What happened next would turn her name into one of the most well-known missing person cases in America. On the afternoon of February 9, 2004, Maura sent emails to her professors and work supervisor. In those messages, she claimed there had been a death in her family and that she would be away for about a week. Her family confirmed that no such death had occurred. That same afternoon, Maura packed some belongings, withdrew money from an ATM, and left the university campus in her car. She drove north, toward New Hampshire. Air, destination, and purpose for the trip remain unknown. At approximately 7:27 p.m., a local resident in Woodsville, New Hampshire, reported a car that had gone off the road near her home on Route 112. The crash appeared minor, but the vehicle was disabled. Shortly after, a passing motorist stopped and spoke briefly with the driver. T-woman, believed to be Maura, declined assistance and said she had already called for help. At las 7:46 p.m., police arrived at the scene. By that time, the driver was gone. Maura's car was still there, along with some of her personal belongings. There were no clear signs of a struggle, and no confirmed sightings of her leaving the area. Maura Murray was never seen again. In the hours and days following the disappearance, police conducted searches of the surrounding area. The region was rural, cold, and wooded, and temperatures were low that night. Initially, investigators considered the possibility that Maura had left voluntarily. This theory was based on her sudden trip, the email she sent earlier that day, and the lack of immediate evidence suggesting a crime. Weber, as time passed, no solid evidence supported any single explanation. Over the years, multiple searches were conducted, and the case received attention from state authorities. In 2009, Maura Murray's disappearance was officially transferred to New Hampshire's Cold Case Unit. The case is now classified as a suspicious missing person investigation. Despite extensive efforts, no confirmed leads or sightings have emerged. What makes this case especially puzzling is the short window of time in which Maura disappeared. Less than 20 minutes passed between the initial report of the crash and the arrival of police. Questions remain unanswered. Did Maura travel north without telling anyone her destination? Did she refuse help from a passing motorist? And how did she disappear so quickly from a remote area without leaving clear evidence behind? Over the years, the case has generated widespread public discussion and speculation. It has been featured on national television programs and documentary series, and it became one of the first major crime mysteries to gain traction during the early days of online forums and social media. Yet, despite the attention, the truth remains unknown. More than 2 decades later, Maura Murray's disappearance remains unsolved. No definitive answers have emerged, and her family continues to seek closure. Did Maura choose to walk away from her life that night, or did something unexpected happen after she left her car on that quiet New Hampshire road? The mystery of what happened to Maura Murray remains unanswered.